everyone, it's Natasha of NatashasKitchen.com. Today we're making a wreath bread that has a crisp, crackly crust and a super soft center. Forming bread into a wreath is so easy, and your friends and family will be impressed. Good news, this recipe has very little active time, so you can make it in the background while you're working on your holiday feast. First, stir together 14 ounces of warm water and half a teaspoon of molasses. Set those aside, and in a large mixing bowl, combine 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 1/3 cups of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 1/4 teaspoons of instant yeast. Whisk that together, then add your water molasses mixture and stir together with a spatula just until it comes together. If the dough still feels too sticky, add more flour 1 tablespoon at a time. You'll need to knead the mixture together by hand for about 4 minutes. I usually add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra flour. When you're done kneading, the dough should feel soft and sticky to the touch, but shouldn't stick to clean fingertips. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let it rise at room temperature for 4 hours. Every hour as it rests, punch down the dough with a wet hand and fold it over onto itself a few times. Using a wet hand will keep the dough from sticking to your hands without adding any unnecessary flour. After the 4 hours of rising time, punch down the dough one last time and pinch it in the center to divide into 2 pieces. Generously dust a large sheet of parchment paper with flour. Place the first piece of dough in the center, turning to coat so it's easier to work with, and use your fingers to poke a hole in the center. Gently and evenly stretch your dough to about a 5 to 6 inch diameter in the center and 9 to 10 inch diameter on the outside. Grab another large sheet of parchment paper and repeat the process with the second piece of dough. Let the rings rise at room temperature for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit and place a cast iron or broiler pan on one side of the bottom rack and a large upside-down baking sheet on the center rack. Once the rings have risen, dust the top generously with all-purpose flour. All you need is a pair of sharp kitchen shears. Holding the scissors at a 45-degree angle, cut deep slits into the dough about 1.5 inches apart. Pull the leaves away from the ring as you cut them. It helps to turn the entire dough ring as you slice to ensure that you're keeping the same angle. Once all of your leaves are cut, fan them out a bit with your hands and repeat with the second ring. All right, our oven is hot and ready. Use a second baking sheet to help you transfer your dough. Transfer it with the parchment paper to your hot cookie sheet and immediately add 1 cup of ice cubes to the cast iron pan below, being careful not to drip on any glass surfaces. Bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, then repeat with the second wreath, adding more ice cubes.
I'm so excited right now. It totally smells like a bakery in my kitchen. And we get to do the taste test. You know how when you go to your favorite fancy restaurant and you get some bread that's like the best tasting bread of your life? That's what this is. It's a true crusty French bread. It is crunchy on the outside and so soft inside. So we're gonna break this apart, and that's the beauty of this. You can either slice it or break it. Ooh, look at the steam. I probably should wait a little bit normally, but I am just way too impatient. Oh man, that is soft bread. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, and you can serve this with just butter. You know what else is really beautiful? You can lay it out as like an edible centerpiece. You can put butter in the center, and then a dip that I'm gonna show you here after we do a quick butter taste test, because I cannot wait. Oh, yum, yum. Actually, you know what? Listen to this crunch and you will be sold. Take a look at this. Oh. Yes. I'm seriously excited right now because this is the best bread ever. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite. Big bite. It has an unbelievably crunchy crust. And the center is like marshmallow soft. This is perfect. I don't think it gets any better than this. I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this. Oh, and the dip that I was telling you about. So also, fancy restaurant, if you wanna be like a fancy person. All right, so a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Little glug. I like that word, glug. A little bit of balsamic vinegar and some salt and pepper. And then you just kind of push your bread around in it. Get all the flavors. Yum. I love when there's a taste test number 2. This is definitely a special occasion bread, but it literally took like 5 minutes of active time. It is so easy. If you guys enjoyed this recipe, give me a great big thumbs up below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and make this for your next holiday party. Everybody will be so impressed. We'll see you later. Hey, before you go, if you love really impressive and easy to follow holiday recipes, check these out right over here and click below to subscribe. And when you do, click that little bell button. That'll make sure you never miss one of our recipes. Thanks for watching.